to the brain trust at Warner Chappell who pulled this. Do you have any idea how many millions of dollars you just cost Disney by just pulling the ultimate dick move in the history of any of these franchises? You thought that boycott was a shallow threat before? Guess what? It's real now. This is not like when CBS came down on Axonar. This is worse, really, because, yeah, CBS and Paramount before them put up with the fan films for a while. They let them happen. They didn't interfere as long as nobody tried making any money on it. They were fine to just let the fans do what they wanted. Star Wars, it's much deeper because you had the official Star Wars Fan Film Awards, but headed up by George Lucas himself. I mean, one of the awards was Lucas's pick. He would actually go there and he like let people use music and sound effects and everything for the purpose of their fan films. It's like, and yeah, like as long as you had some let's see, originally it was 30-minute limit, but then 50-minute limit. No nudity, excessive swearing, explicit sexual themes, graphic violence, and you had a list of approved images, music, sound effects, stuff. They were great with this. You had a little award, the golden R2 and 3PO award, and they started like in 2002 up until, well, they announced in 2012 they discontinued it, but a couple of years ago they tried to bring it back, and JJ himself announced on the video they were going in 2016, but we haven't heard a peep out of him since then. That's kind of when the things started going off the rails here. But it's always been, with CBS and Paramount, it was always kind of, we're kind of dancing on the line there doing Star Trek fan films, because they could come down any moment and say, you can't do that. With Star Wars, it seemed like they were partners in it. They're great to have people having fun with their property. Lucas was no problem. He openly endorsed this crap, So, this is why I think this one is going to hit harder and have a lot more impact than these idiots thought they would. Because this is an open betrayal with the last vestige of trust that fans had with Lucasfilm as an institution. So, like I said, because you want to talk about fan film, it really goes back. Does anybody remember Hardware Wars? That was like, in 78. I mean, like, the original film was still in theaters, I think, at this point. And a few other, but then in the late 90s, you had stuff like Troopers, a little parody of Cops. That kind of kicked things into high gear because you had, it was still a low budget, but it was a lot higher up on the thing than Hardware Wars. So they weren't using appliances. They had, Stormtrooper armor and guys versus Jawas and some special effects and pretty good stuff. And it was not long after that, in 2002, when they actually started doing awards and helping these people, foster their creativity. Some of these people, I think, went on to work for Lucasfilm, or just started their own careers in filmmaking. Because, again, Lucas himself was a fan, and to encourage people to follow their dream. They want to get into filmmaking. Let's help them. But, and again, getting this back to the current issue is, the Vader film, which I have now downloaded, so I don't have to pay these Disney idiots a penny. I didn't even go on the view site to get it. I may have my ways. So, but really, it's like, in this one stupid move that over what, a couple $100? Really? For that mere little pittance and power play these morons have just totally destroyed the last vestige of trust that the fan base had with Lucasfilm. So now it's like, forget it. Any chance you have of stopping this boycott, it's on now. It is fully on. Yeah. So yeah, Bob Iger, you need to get in front of this and get a public apology. This guy followed all the rules that were set down by Lucasfilm. He talked to Lucasfilm before he started rolling on this and followed all the rules, and you still screwed him. Through your little flunkies down at Warner Chapel, you screwed him. You need to make this right now. Don't go to a committee. Get out in front. Go and do it. Get in front of a press conference and rectify this immediately, or this $14 billion purchase you made is going to be worth nothing. You already admitted it's screwing up, left and right, and I don't know if you really admitted to the reasons yet. I think secretly you guys know it's when this thing started going SJW, and then of course now you got people acting like they're the Corleones now. Oh, it's a nice channel. It'd be a pity if you did something stupid like challenge the copyright plan, so we have to shut down your channel. Yeah, real great move there. Like I said last night, that's extortion. That's stuff the mafia does. Come on. Walt is spinning in his grave right now looking at what the hell you people are doing with his company. And yeah, you had the iron fist and the velvet glove with him, but now it's not even the velvet glove. So Disney as a company, as a billion-dollar corporation, you should all be ashamed of yourselves for this. Because guess what? People are not only talking about boycotting Star Wars, they're talking about boycotting Disney. Everything. You have burned them that badly, and you're going to find out there's a lot of crossover. It's not just Star Wars fans or just Marvel fans. There's fans of everything. You got one person, you have 5 different fandoms of the same person, and guess what? You pissed them all off. So what the hell's going to happen now? Star Trek is going to be an easy save. I think, like I said, just disavow Discovery, and JJ Trek's already an alternate timeline. Just bring in somebody and say, no, it didn't happen. Just ignore those. They're all self-contained anyway. Don't affect anything else, so bye. Star Wars is going to be a bigger problem. Because you have this $14 billion albatross hanging around your guy's neck or Disney. You've got the big theme parks, attractions coming up in down here in Orlando and Mountain Anaheim. They'll probably do okay. They'd do a lot better if you hadn't pissed off a large chunk of the fan base with this stunt. And he had a thing, we're taking your money. He wasn't getting any money. It wasn't monetized. He was going by the rules. He was not making any money off of this. And the light, it sounds kind of like, no. Since when is close enough good enough to make a copyright claim? There are a lot of people that need to be ashamed of themselves. Problem is, the people have no shame, I think. Corporate pinheads and lawyer types and accountants, all they see is the numbers. Oh, we can ring in this money. Well, guess what? I think the viewing numbers on that video just dropped by about a couple orders of magnitude. It was 6 million views. Has it gone up any? I doubt it. And yeah, like I was able to download it without even actually clicking on the viewing page itself. A lot of people do the same damn thing. It's not a rare program I've got. And it's not the only one. I mean, guess what? This little video you tried to grab a hold of and monetize. Let's just say that had the internet existed back when Star Wars was first being written, you wouldn't have had one copy of the Star Wars plans. The first thing the Rebel Alliance would have done is put that sucker on the Galaxy's version of the internet, and those things would have been all over the place. Good luck trying to stamp that out. You'll have 1,000 planets trying to find holes in that big blue basketball of death, and we'll go with the best one. We'll hold a little contest. Because that video is going to start popping up everywhere. And you're not going to get a penny out of those. Congratulations. You know, it's like, these people do not learn. This same crap happened with Napster. They tried to stamp that out. 15 different file sharing sites pop up in their place. And the virtue signaling start. Oh, they like this. Well, you know, start preaching to them via this thing, and you don't know the story very well because we're doing it right. That's the basic right there, because you're bringing people who don't know the properties, don't know how to work within the properties, and they're trying to shoehorn in their ideologies that don't necessarily fit with the properties, and even when they do, they're not doing it right. So it's automatically turning the audiences off because this doesn't feel right. I don't like it. I'm gone. And the people you're trying to attract don't watch this stuff in the first place. The people who are all consumed about this virtue signaling bullcrap don't go to movies, don't buy comic books, don't play video games, don't watch a lot of TV. This audience you're attracting does not exist, and you cannot will it into existence by putting this crap out there. So, it is time to get ahead of this crap instead of following all the time. The folks at Marvel Comics are kind of starting to dawn on them that it isn't working, but they have yet to figure out how to fix it. I think a real good fix is bring in Jim Shooter and John Byrne to head of the comic and just start laying people off. If you got to boil it down to bare basics where it's like one editor and 3 or 4 artists, guess what? That's what you're at now. Video games, stop listening to Anita Sarkeesian. She's an idiot, all right? And all of her flunkies too. Because all you've done is take a lot of apolitical gamers who didn't give a rat's ass about politics and turn them into conservatives. Because, you know, that's the side that's not bugging them. The right doesn't care about video games. The right perfectly understands. So I don't care who's equal to pay or what. I want to know which castle the princess is in, how many dragons I got to kill to get to her. And so far, the Marvel movies, you know, have stayed pretty clear of all this mess. I don't know how well it's going to hold up when Captain Marvel shows up. We don't know. I still have a certain amount of faith in Kevin Feige to keep the ship, but Brie Larson shooting her mouth off every 10 minutes on this subject has not exactly engendered a whole lot of confidence on that front. So if this one goes down, guess what? You got problems. Thought the cat was peeing somewhere. It's like there's a skateboarder out there. All right. And, of course, back to Star Trek. Like I said, that's the easiest one to fix. Get rid of Kurtzman and his merry band of morons. Bring in some writers who know what they're doing. Excise Discovery from the timeline, which is easy because it's a big cancerous growth on the time. It's just a big lump that does not fit. So, Bond. But, no, Disney. To a certain extent, you could probably feel a perverse sense of pride because you have done the impossible. You have killed the unkillable franchise. You now have fans who have been lifelong, or at least since '77 when the thing came out, that do not care about another Star Wars project and are now actively campaigning against it. And even the stuff, even the Mandalorian, I think now is in danger too, and the animated stuff. Because we've now got, you know, moments of not one more dime until you start showing us some respect. You've sown the wind, you've reaped the whirlwind. Congratulations. You know what to do, Iger. Get in front of this. PayPal, Patreon down below. Catch you later.